I use ChatGPT for a lot of things. For example, ChatGPT, your mom. So funny. What a classic. I'm a meteorology student, and the rise of AI has got me asking a lot of questions. Is ChatGPT smarter than a human weather forecaster? Or do humans still reign supreme when it comes to interpreting and presenting weather forecast data? So in this video, I'm going to see if I can outsmart ChatGPT in a weather forecast duel. Let's begin. ChatGPT. I'm just going to call you ChatGPT. Is that all right with you? Got it. All right, let's do this. By decree of TT, I hereby challenge you to a weather forecast duel. What do you have to say about that? Yeah, you can pause and read ChatGPT's response to my challenge, or here's a fun way I chose to act out what I believe Chat is saying if it were human. Oh, it's on, TT. By the power vested in the atmosphere, the jet stream, and a slightly over-caffeinated weather model, I accept your forecast duel. Yeah, but let's be clear, this isn't just any forecast duel. It's you and me, bucko. I run ensembles, you run on instincts. And honestly, that's what makes this forecast duel legendary. So it's your move, TT. The rules are simple. Number one, Chat and I will make a day 1, day 2, and day 3 forecast for 3 different locations. Number two, each night we will review whose forecast was more accurate based on a scoring system. Number three, we will add the points up, and the one at the end of the challenge with the most points wins the challenge. I'll let you pause here if you want to take a longer look, but the biggest things to note are that I can update my forecast once during this challenge if I so choose, and that means that ChatGPT can too. As for the rest of the scoring, if you have any other questions, I'll be sure to leave clear details in the description below. So the 3 cities that I have selected are Cleveland, Ohio, Franklin, Tennessee. I love you, Dave Ramsey. And then my home state, Oklahoma City. So Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Cleveland, Ohio, Franklin, Tennessee. This next step, I'm gonna do my forecast for each of these locations for day 1, day 2, and day 3, and we'll kind of just go from there. Cleveland, you're done. On to Franklin. Franklin, you are done. Oklahoma City, you are good to go. Well, I'm gonna move on, but Oklahoma City, you are done. All right, that was crazy, y'all. So now that I have my forecast done, I'm gonna have ChatGPT do its thing. We'll see who's smarter, but all 3 locations, they have 3 forecasts for each day, day 1, 2, and 3. Now I gotta print it out, nail it to the board here, and then we'll see who's the smarter one at the end. Let's go. But it's locked in once I do that. Remember that. It is locked in, and I can only change it once. Remember. Alright guys, I got the weather forecast submitted. It is locked in now that I printed it out. I also got ChatGPT's response as well to day 1, day 2, day 3 for all 3 locations. There's just one thing. I almost feel like it's fitting to actually do the weather forecast for you guys like a normal weather forecaster would, like on TV. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, I'm going to go do the weather, so... Alright, you weather nerds, you know who you are. It's TT, and I'm here with your first alert forecast. We're starting with Cleveland, Ohio. So TT is forecasting a high of 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, I'm using the imperial system, don't judge me. And a low of 17 degrees Fahrenheit. An early cold front is forecasted that morning. 3 to 4 inches of snow is possible, with an additional inch later in the evening. A possible winter weather advisory may be issued. It's going to be mainly cloudy. Winds are going to be northwest at about 20 miles per hour and gusts up to 35 miles per hour. However, ChatGPT has a totally different story about how the outcome of the day is going to be. He's forecasting, he, she, whatever, is forecasting a high of 43 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 36 degrees Fahrenheit. Cloudy, rain transitioning to snow later with a wintry mix. Winds are going to be around 12 to 16 miles per hour, likely west-northwest. Moving on to Franklin, Tennessee, TT forecasted a high of 55 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 33 degrees. Mostly sunny and dry, winds out of the south, gradually becomes more southwesterly. ChatGPT forecasted a high of 48 degrees and a low of 30. Partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, dry and calm conditions, winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, estimated north-northeasterly direction. And moving on to the home state of TT, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. TT is forecasting a high of 65 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of 38 degrees. Mostly cloudy and dry conditions, and the winds are going to be mainly south, about 5 miles per hour. However, ChatGPT is forecasting a high of 60 degrees with a low of 40 degrees. Partly sunny to partly cloudy conditions, mainly dry. Winds south-southwesterly, around 8 to 12 miles per hour. All right, well, I got both forecasts locked in from ChatGPT and mine. So this next part, we're basically gonna move into day one. I'm gonna review it tomorrow, then we'll evaluate if I want to change anything about my forecast for either day 2 or day 3. Will I change it? Will ChatGPT change it? I don't know. It has me worried that my forecast is not actually gonna be, but we'll see. All right, day 1. Hey, I'm right here. Yep, it's me. Y'all slow playing it. Come on, guys. I've already been up reviewing the forecast, and it's kind of looking like I may need to review some of that stuff. I don't know if I'm going to have to change my forecast. Remember, this is locked in unless I choose to change my forecast once. But ChatGPT gets to update it too. So I'll let you know if I decide to do that. I'm hoping not, but the new data suggests there could be some things I was off on. But that could mean that ChatGPT was off too. So it's actually day 1 right now. I'm still waiting on the latest data to come in, but while I'm sitting here waiting, did I win? Did I lose on my day 1 forecast? We'll see. But to be honest, I'm not too worried about it because I know that regardless of the results of this, AI technically is just deriving results from other resources like the Weather Channel, AccuWeather, other stuff like that. I believe there'll always be a need for weather forecasters in our world to actually interpret data, just standalone data as it comes in, and to analyze it and give it that human perspective and that human feel. Basically, we know how to present that to the public. So regardless, I'm not worried about it because I don't think that I'm ever going to be replaced by AI. I think what will happen is in the future, weather forecasters will learn how to utilize that AI in our weather forecast to make it more effective, more efficient, more accurate, and to give better lead time for storms like tornado warnings, thunderstorm warnings, hurricanes. I think it'll only better help to improve that. But I do think that this is something that only further propels me into the future of what, and excites me of what the future could look like with the implementation of AI in weather forecasts. Because ultimately, as weather forecasters, our goal is to serve the public and to give that information that they need to better make decisions for their safety. So I'm genuinely excited, and I envision just a great future. Guys, day 1 results are in. Oh my gosh. Like I am shocked. Guys. Oh my Lord. I did not expect these results at all. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over those. I'm not going to go over them in detail because for the sake of the video, that would take way too long. But I'm going to go over them and show you the totals. So let's get to it. Alrighty, let's start with Oklahoma City. Here are the forecasted highs and lows that both forecasted, and here are the actual results for Oklahoma City. This resulted in 20 points for TT and 15 points for ChatGPT. For weather conditions, TT forecasted mostly cloudy conditions and dry. ChatGPT forecasted partly sunny to partly cloudy conditions, mild and dry. Both were mostly accurate, resulting in 25 points for both. As for winds, TT forecasted a southerly wind about 5 miles per hour, and ChatGPT forecasted a south-southwest wind about 8 to 12 miles per hour. Note that it didn't give an actual number, it gave a range. The actual was mostly a south wind about 6 miles per hour, resulting in an additional 25 points for both. With that said, this brings our current total up to 70 points for TT and 65 points for ChatGPT. Moving on to Cleveland. Here are the highs and lows that both forecasted, and here are the actual results for Cleveland. This resulted in 20 additional points for TT and 10 additional points for ChatGPT. As for weather conditions, TT forecasted 3 to 4 inches of snow and 1 inch of snow in the evening, along with a potential winter weather advisory. ChatGPT forecasted a good chance of rain or a wintry mix and some snow later on. The actual was snow totals around 2 to 3 inches and a winter weather advisory was issued. TT gained 25 points for accuracy and 50 points for the winter weather advisory. ChatGPT lost 15 points for mostly being inaccurate. As for winds, TT forecasted a northwest wind averaging about 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 along with the passage of a cold front. ChatGPT forecasted a west-northwest wind between 12 to 16 miles per hour. No gusts were forecasted in ChatGPT's forecast. Due to an earlier than expected cold front, however, the winds died off before day 1 started that Thursday morning, resulting in a northwest wind about 15 miles per hour and a max gust up to 16 miles per hour. All in all, TT got 50 points for directional accuracy, so did ChatGPT, but TT actually lost points for wind gusts being inaccurate. Here are the updated totals. And lastly, moving on to Franklin, Tennessee. Here are the highs and lows that both forecasted, and here are the actual results for Franklin. This resulted in 20 additional points for TT and 15 additional points for ChatGPT. As for weather conditions, TT forecasted mostly sunny skies, no chance of rain. ChatGPT forecasted partly cloudy to mostly cloudy conditions. The actual was mostly sunny with a few clouds and dry. This resulted in 25 points for both. As for winds, TT forecasted a south wind that turned into a southwest wind later in the day. Average wind speed would be about 10 miles per hour and max gust would be about 10 miles per hour. ChatGPT said winds would be from the north-northeast and about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The actual was a south-southwest breeze, mainly with gusts up to 14 miles per hour. This resulted in 50 points for TT and 0 for ChatGPT. Putting all this together, we get a day 1 grand total of 285 points for TT and 140 points for ChatGPT, putting TT in the lead for day 1. And that is the grand total for day 1, guys. I'm feeling confident. I did not expect these results, so I left the day with 285. ChatGPT got 140, so we'll see if that changes. Please continue watching. We're gonna see what happens on day 2, so... All right, this just in. It's TT here, your favorite weatherman on YouTube. Ryan Hall, please be proud of me. Day 2, a high of 63 degrees. A little colder by about 2 degrees is what I'm forecasting, and then 43 degrees. Weather conditions are going to be mostly cloudy for day 2. Mostly cloudy in the morning with skies clearing, and will become mostly sunny for the day, so you can expect clear skies. Cloudy morning, but clearing up by the mid-afternoon or late morning. Slight chance of rain and sprinkles though. You might want to bring that poncho just in case, you know. Winds will be mostly a northeasterly wind. Winds will be about 10 miles per hour, a little more breezy. Day 3 forecast, we're looking at a high of 59 degrees and 38 degrees as a low. Weather conditions will be mostly sunny with some clouds, dry with no chance of rain. Pretty straightforward forecast, right? Winds will be mostly a northerly wind, mostly light and about 10 miles per hour. So again, not that breezy, pretty straightforward. Okay, see, you're winning. Woo! All right, and then next up, we got Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go. And then your day 2 forecast. Let's go, Cleveland. Day 2, not gonna be better. Gonna be still cold. very cold. Forecasting a high of 26 degrees and a low 24 degrees. The Lake Erie water will also help to moderate temperature, so it's not really going to fluctuate. It'll have a very small range of temperatures that day. Weather conditions basically will be mostly cloudy. Early Friday morning, snow may still be falling. During the day, conditions will be mostly dry. Possible light snowfall throughout the day. Snow will still be accumulated on the ground from the day before. And then on to the winds. I'm forecasting the winds will be sustained about 19 miles per hour with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. Winds will be out of the west mainly. Day 3. All right, we're getting there. I don't know how you folks on TV do it. Day 3, high of 31 with a low of 27 degrees. Weather conditions look to be mainly dry, but there may be some snowfall to the north. They could have a good chance of getting the snow, y'all. You hear? And then winds on day 3, finally calm and about 5 miles per hour sustained, with some gusts up to 5 or 6 miles per hour. I forgot to do Franklin, Tennessee's day 2 and day 3 forecast here, so please look at the description below if you want further information, or feel free to pause here and I will display this here on the screen. Also, here is ChatGPT's forecast for all 3 locations for day 2 and day 3. Feel free to pause or look at the description below. Without further ado, let's go to day 2, y'all. Good morning, it is day 2, and I'm going over the forecast here for actually day 3, kind of reviewing some of that data. And it has me worried that my forecast is not actually going to be the most accurate for that day. So I think at this point, I'm going to cash in on my one chance to change my forecast. So what that means is basically if I choose to do that, then I get to update my day 3 forecast, or whichever forecast I will choose to do, which I'm going to choose to do day 3, and then I will have ChatGPT also do its forecast and redo it for day 3 as well. But before we do that, I'm so tired. I just woke up. I need some coffee. So here's a quick montage of me making my wife and I's morning coffee. Got the coffee. Let's go. Chandler, what do you have to say? Well said. All right, we got day 2 and day 3 basically locked in. Well, day 3 is locked in now and it's on the board back here, so it is sealed. Our fate is sealed, everyone. I don't know if I'm gonna win. I am in the lead by a lot. Here is the current totals below for day 1. We'll go over day 2 here in a little bit whenever we have all the data we need, and I'll add those up. But I'm feeling strong, guys, and Chandler even feels strong too. He's right there. Well said. All right, with that said, let's move on to day 2 totals. Day 2. Day 2. Day 2, y'all. Let's go. Okay, data is in. I already went over it. I added everything up for my forecast and ChatGPT's forecast. Day 2, I'm going to show you here on the screen the totals for everything. Feel free to pause if you would like to look over them. Basically, that left me with a score of 595 points and ChatGPT a score of 325. Your boy TT is blowing it out of the park. Literally. Like, this is insane. Let's move on to day 3. See you there. All right, I have ChatGPT pulled up here. I have it typed up. All right, ChatGPT, are you ready for the results of the forecast duel? So let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Okay, I'm going to.
Checks verification charts, adjusts tie. Absolutely, TT, I'm ready. No excuses, no model hugging, no, well, actually, the NAM did this energy. Just straight up verification like true forecasters. Bring the highs, bring the lows, bring the wins, bring the receipts, drop the results of the forecast duel.
I feel like ChatGPT is pretty confident right now, but little does it know, I hold the results right here. And let's see what ChatGPT has to say if I say it's leaning one way or another. Okay, so I said, how will you feel if you lose? And this is what ChatGPT had to say about it.
Honestly, if I lose, I'll feel humbled, entertained, and weirdly proud of you all at the same time. Humbled, because the atmosphere always reminds us it's the boss, and you clearly read it better this round. Entertained, because a forecast duel is exactly how weather should be talked about: competitive, nerdy, and fun. Proud, because watching you win means you're sharpening the exact skills that make a real meteorologist dangerous, in the best way. And I'll take the loss the proper way. Own it publicly, laugh about the busts, learn from it, come back quieter and sharper. Plus, let's be real. Losing to TT weather is a respectable way to go. All right, verdict time. What happened out there in the atmosphere?
Y'all, that humbled me so bad. Like, when it said humbled because the atmosphere always reminds us it's the boss, and you clearly read it better this round, and then proud because watching you win means you're sharpening the exact skills that makes a real meteorologist dangerous, but in the best way. That's a good reminder that I'm still a meteorology student, I'm still learning, but I am proud to be a part of this challenge and to get to really sharpen my forecasting skills, so this was a great experience.
If you want to know more about the forecast for each location for each day, please see the description. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm a meteorology student on a mission to make weather fun, and that starts with you. Let's build this community of dream chasers together.
Okay, without further ado, let's reveal the results. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it says TT! Chandler, it says TT! Yes! We won! We won! What do you have to say, Chandler? He's like, let me down! Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Again, this was a great experience, and I do believe that AI is going to be very beneficial to weather forecasters in the future. I really believe it's only going to further enhance forecasts. Thank you so much. Catch you next time. We roll. Okay. In reference to the recent competition, I have realized that I am inferior to AI. AI is good. AI is the superior weather forecaster. I don't know what I was thinking I could beat ChatGPT in a duel. ChatGPT is the true win.